Whether you're having issues with your Kohler Command horizontal or vertical shaft engine, as you can see, this is a horizontal because the shaft is sideways, and whether it be on a riding mower, a large welder generator, or just a large generator, anything, you're going to have issues with it eventually. And if you're having issues with it now, maybe these diagnostics can help you. Some of the main issues with these engines are having to do with parts like these. This stops the fuel. It's a needle which is operated by electromagnetic piece, and when it gets power, it pulls this needle in. Now this engine was not operating at all. Every part of it was working perfectly, the fuel pump, everything. But because this needle wasn't being pulled back when power was being given to it, this whole engine would not work at all. You might have this issue if you can spray gasoline through the top of the carburetor and it wants to start, but then when you try to let it start on its own, it doesn't. That means it's stopping the fuel from the gas tank. So you can start it spraying fuel into here in the top of the carburetor, but it won't stay running, and that is most likely an issue from a part like this. Now you may just want to replace this part, or you can try to just clean it and use it again. I'm going to try to clean it again and put it back on. It could be an issue of not getting a good ground, which it gets its ground from here and here, the metal. So I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to spray some lubricant in here. Make sure it's not stuck, and make sure it's clean. I'm going to maybe even put some brake cleaner in it because it was really dirty. See how much residue is on there. Alright, so I'm going to try a test on this. I'm going to wrap a cord around this line to give it some power, to make sure it's getting power. Then I'm going to ground here. I'm going to touch the positive of the battery. And you can see it working now. That's what it's supposed to be doing. So it's working good. So what happened to this was it got stuck. You can see from all that residue. Alright, so you got 8mm. Just screw them in. There's one here. Make sure to remember which hole they go in, because there's long ones and short ones. And they may not fit if you put them in the wrong hole. Okay, got that one. And down here, we got the, I think, got some long screws for that one. Two screws. Right here. And if these are pretty dirty, do spray some lubricant, penetrating fluid, W40 or PB Blaster, and that will help a lot, especially when you need to take this apart. Just gonna spray it on the hole. And I believe this is a grounding piece that connects the, I think this is a rectifier, can't remember right now, but you'll want to make sure that's clean. Maybe sand this off a bit before you put it on. Okay, screw down here. mini ratchet works wonders. Okay, so now that we got a few bolts on here, we'll put one more on the other side, and then we'll try to turn it over, see if it runs. Now this thing hasn't been started in probably 4 months. Just sat there with gas sitting in the carburetor, and that's probably what caused that part to get all gummed up, stop working. Okay, now this thing isn't gonna break the fan blades or anything since we got it fastened on. So now we're gonna try to start it. Make sure everything's hooked up. Go ahead and get that wire. If this isn't giving it power, if you can't hear that click from that, then all you need to do is just bypass that with this. Like that. And then listen. You can hear the click. Aaron, can you hold that on there? Hold it on. Put your finger close, it's not going to electrocute you. And put your finger down here. Alright, so that turned out to be the issue. So now I'm going to either spread this out and tighten it under this. You can loosen this, put it under there. Or I'm going to put a switch on this cord. Something like that, something easy. And I mean, you could probably even have it just connected all the time, because it doesn't use that much power at all. It's a really small piece, especially since I got a car battery on this. So I'm going to go ahead and do something with this wire, and if you decide to go this route, you're going to save time ordering the part and everything, and it's going to work just as fine. So I hope this video was useful.